Hello my love, welcome back. It is Sunday and on Sundays we look forward, we look at the week ahead, and this week is a very slow week, a very quiet week, very quiet. Probably the most quiet week we've had in 2024 so far. We're just coming out of the new moon in Pisces on today, Sunday, and then Monday with still this energy is lingering. We're probably going to start the week really slow. It's probably going to be a week where we feel a little heavy, and it doesn't have to be heavy in a bad way. It's just like the energy of like we really feel like we want to sink in a little deeper and a little deeper and then a little deeper. And allow yourself to do this. I know it's Monday for most people that is not possible because they have to go to work, but maybe you can allow yourself to start the day a little slower. And when you come home, you spend time on your own. I know there are kids around, that is often not possible, but do what you can in that regard. Because it is still the time where we sink in, we reconnect with the essence, right? We are in Pisces season. We are reconnecting with pure potentiality here, right? The pure essence of us and what that essence can create in this world. On Tuesday, the 12th, we have Venus move into Pisces. So our feminine energy is, I don't want to say coming home, but it's coming into the area of the chart where it feels its best. Yes, Venus is at home in Taurus and in Libra, but in Pisces, Venus can really express herself the most. Venus really feels herself in Pisces. She really can tap into her feminine essence here. She can really deeply tap into that feminine essence. She really starts to understand what feminine essence actually means in Pisces. So the Venus journey through Pisces is a journey of really integrating your feminine essence. Feminine energy, the energy of being, is not really taught to us, especially now in the world we live in. Like, we are supposed to learn this from our mothers, but our mothers, for most of us, our mothers were brought up in the feminist culture, in the feminist age, and so they were indoctrinated with those energetics because those energetics were very present during that time. So now our mothers weren't able to teach us what true femininity is. If we really want to embrace our own femininity as women, and I talk to you women mainly here, if we want to embrace it, we have to go on the journey and learn it ourselves. Anyways, I don't want to make this video all about Venus and Pisces. Let's move on to the 14th. Uranus is changing degrees, and it is a bit of a big deal because Uranus is a very slow-moving planet. Uranus just changed from retrograde into direct motion, so Uranus has been very slow. And there might be things in the physical reality that in our lives that will change and shift. This might be in your relationship, this might be in your work. So I think this shift from Uranus shifting back into 20 degrees, where Uranus already has been last year, right? Don't forget, Uranus was already in 20 degrees. So Uranus is still retrieving its own steps. So Uranus was there, then it retrograded on that degree, and now it moves back. So this is really a time where we are supposed to have understood the lesson. And remember, Uranus always wants to teach you to free yourself. It wants to liberate you. It wants to make sure you are not attached to anything outside of yourself. And when we learn these lessons, we often learn them in relationships, right? So there might be some relationship lessons ahead of you, especially if you are someone that has major planets and points in 20 degrees of Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, or Leo. Now on the 17th, we have the Sun conjunct Neptune. This is often an illumination of sorts. You know, you get an insight into what is possible for you. right? Remember, the sun is our guiding light. It's our uniqueness that we shine into the world. And when the sun lays their eyes on Neptune, Neptune shows all the possibility, right? Neptune shows all the possibilities that are possible for us in this lifetime. So you get to see what is actually possible for you. And now you have to make sure that you're aligned, right? That you trust yourself, that you trust your guiding light. You got to make sure that you're not aligned with someone else's light, someone else's guiding light. And this is what it probably is one of the biggest diseases in the world we live in, right? We attach ourselves to someone else's guiding light, and then we are guided through that, but it's not really our life. So we're not really living our life, we're living someone else's life, what someone else wants for us, or what we think is good for us because we've seen them succeed. Now we also want to succeed in that way. But maybe that's not your story, maybe that's not your path, that's not your life. So again, when the sun meets Neptune, things can go two directions, right? We can go into the direction of, wow, I'm aligned. This is possible for me. Let me go there. Let me do this. You can get really inspired, or you can completely lose yourself. If you go into that energy with the borrowed light from someone else, then you can completely lose yourself because you're not grounded. You're not grounded within yourself. You have no rooting, no footing in this world, in this physical world, in this physical identity, because you are attached to someone else's identity and someone else's root. So it can be a very exhilarating day, but it can also be a day where you do a lot of wishful thinking. So it's a bit of a tricky one. Also, when I see this, I know this is not the topic here, but when I see this in a synastry chart, someone's sun is connected to someone else's Neptune in a conjunction, particularly, that is tricky. That is very, very tricky for both people, because depending on where they're at in their life, how rooted they are within themselves, they can lose themselves in this relationship very easily. But that's a different video. So my loves, if you have any questions about this week, please let me know. This is a week where we really are asked to connect with our feminine essence and what femininity means to us. And for you men out there, you also, of course, have your feminine energy. And how connected are you with that energy? Are you overly identifying with it? And does that cause issues in your relationship? How does that refer to the woman you choose, right? How do you choose your partner? How does your feminine energy play into that? So this is not just for women, right? Feminine energy. You as men, not we as men, you as men have to also look into that for yourselves, and balance that energy within you and then within your relationship. So again, let me know if you have questions. Let me know if you want a personal reading. And have a beautiful week. And I'll see you in